Hello, friends. Those of you who are curious about the Intuitive Art Academy and our certification programs, I'm Rachel Archelaus, founder of everything we got going on here, and I'm joined by Carrie Roldan.
Hey,
She,
Rachel, I just looked at I'm signed in as Carla Silver, so ignore the name.
yeah, this is Carrie. She's our certification coach and leadership guru, and just all around business BFF, cheerleader, enthusiast sharer. And we are joined also by Roz Warren. She is one of our level 2 students. And yeah, I don't know if she has questions or if she's just hanging out, but we're happy to have you, Roz.
You never know what questions I might come up with.
Yeah.
I love supporting you.
Oh, thank you. Likewise. So we're here to answer your questions. We have some that we get all the time that we're going to go over as well. And if you're watching the replay and you have another question, just email us care@intuitiveart.com or find us on social media, and we're definitely happy to answer your question anytime. And I think I'll start off just by giving you links. So if you want to go check out our info pages, you can. You can find general information about both certification levels at intuitiveart.com/certification. And you can learn more about level 1 and 2 from that page. So go to intuitiveart.com/certification. Gives you an overview of both things. It also has a video that says which certification is right for you. So that should answer more of your questions if you have more, but also just feel free to reach out. Okay, well, thanks for being here, friends. I love it. This is a really exciting time for us. We love enrolling new students because we love meeting you. We love working with you. And I think what really inspires me all the time is how you use intuitive art in your own ways. Like, I know Roz, every time I look at her, I just see this like sacred energy. And I think that is her email address too, right? Sacred Wisdom, is that it?
Sacred Life Mastery.
Sacred Life Mat. That is so you. Like, you completely embody that with your energy. And I just love, like, intuitive art gets to live with you in some way, you know? It's like, it's reaching out its energy and just mingling with all these amazing people doing all these amazing things. And in a way, I kind of feel like then I get to do all those amazing things through you. So it's a little bit selfish. I just like learning more about you and what you're doing and finding out how intuitive art can, benefit your own work. So that's fun for me. I know Carrie, this is her first year with us, and things are exciting in that way. And she's been working with our graduates and students this year to really help them find ease in all of this. She's amazing at being a leader and showing people how to lead themselves into the direction that they want to go. And I've been watching her do that with our graduates, and it's just so beautiful, and I love it. So wherever you are in this journey, we're here to help, whether you are like a business and marketing master and you want to go and like take this in new directions and create funnels and ads, like, what if that's you, awesome, we love you. If you're also like, I've never done anything like this before, I don't like the idea of starting a business, I don't want to have to market myself, we've got you covered too. So there's no one person that's right for intuitive art. Intuitive art is a tool that can be used to enhance anybody's life. So, yeah, hello.
So, Rachel, I have a question that popped up that I'm wondering if people who are watching us are thinking. And this is a question that I know I had in the very beginning, which was, I am using intuitive art already. I took the free class. I draw regularly. I'm using it for myself in my life already. Why should I become certified? Like, why should I take the next step with intuitive art? You want to talk about that?
Yes. Well, it's so funny. You guys can probably answer this in a way that might be more relatable too, because it's your personal experience. But there are a lot of reasons why you'd want to become certified. One is just so that you can learn all the things about intuitive art, all of the decoding and the different sources you can connect to and the drawing types, and all of those things enhance your own clarity. It's like if you were to take a beginner class in Chinese, right? A new language, you'd learn maybe how to have a conversation. It would be like, hello, how are you? Where's the bathroom? Where's the grocery store, perhaps? But if you want to really have a deep, meaningful conversation, learning the whole language is going to really help you with that. And it's going to make you feel a lot more confident when you do go to speak. So really deepening that connection with your higher self, you can do that by getting certified and learning all that we have. It also hooks you up with our community. So we have weekly live practice hours where our certified intuitive artists get together with our amazing master teacher, Laura Gadati, and they do different things each week. They draw for each other, so they do readings for each other. They have theme weeks where they work on one specific skill. And I can tell you from doing this for many, many years now that that is probably their favorite part. Our people love Laura. They love getting together with each other. They love supporting each other. They love getting clarity each week. So it's basically like getting a free reading every single week if you go to the practice hour. That's really powerful. And then also you can make money doing this using intuitive art. So I think that's probably the reason why most people get certified and then they discover those other benefits. But if you want to hop into making money, doing something you really love in your own way, being fully supported, doing it with ease, and either using our business assistants if you're level 1, where we take care of all of the business software and marketing and promotion for you. You can't really get much easier than that. And if you wanted to plug intuitive art into what you're already doing in your own business and you already have all those systems set up, just take level 2 and then you're off and running. So yeah, making money, community, and just deepening your connection. But what about you? What have you discovered that maybe I missed?
Well, I was just thinking as you were talking about the different certifications, how I'm level 2 certified. When I came to intuitive art, I already had a business. I initially wanted intuitive art just for myself. And then you were the one who was like, Carrie, I think you're supposed to get certified. I think this is meant to happen for you. And I was like, oh, all right. I was like, well, if you say so, right? I was in a place where I sort of thought that I knew enough, right? So I was in a happy place with intuitive art. It was serving me well. But I loved the idea of being able to use it with clients and feeling more confident and going a little bit deeper. And so when you said you need to get certified, I was like, okay, I'll get certified. And so I got certified. And so I'm level 2 certified, which means I don't need the business assistance. But here's how I don't know if this is the answer to your question, but here's how I'm loving using intuitive art now is I love having the flexibility to use. I freaking love the business assistance, which if you're level 2 certified, you don't have to use it, but I'm all about ease. And it's just so darn easy to use intuitive art as a complement to what I do in my regular business and inside my regular business. And the business assistance is like a dream because all I have to do is dream up a course or a reading or like something that I want to do and you will add it. Or I'm like, I got some free time in my schedule. I'd love to offer a course and there's when I say course, I guess I mean a class. And there's a class like available and a template, and like all I have to do is schedule it. And I love that, because one of the things that I like to do in my work is, this is like my phrase, is I just want to show up and be awesome. And with the level 1 certification and the business assistance, I can do that. And so to answer your question, when I started with intuitive art, I thought it was going to be a complement to what I do, right? I thought that I could use it with clients. I saw myself teaching workshops, teaching intuitive art workshops sort of as a lead-in to what I'm doing. And I still do that and can do that. But what I love about intuitive art now is it's an opportunity for me to show up and be awesome. It's an opportunity for me to watch the light bulb go on with people. Like, I think that's my favorite part, right? A lot of us I'm in the coaching industry, a lot of us, that's our favorite part of what we do, right? Is seeing the light, seeing the aha, watching that. And especially if you are a coach and watching this, you know, right? Like it always has to come from them. And so watching them get their own answers is like, there's nothing better. So anyways, I forget the original question you asked me, Rachel, but that's where I am.
I love that. Yeah. I think what we're kind of getting at is, you know, one of the things I really love, and then Roz, if you want to jump in at any point, just go for it. I try not to come up with a story for why I'm feeling excited about something, because it doesn't really matter. Like, I listen to my higher self, my intuition. I try to do that every single day, every moment of every day, because that is the part of me that knows where I want to go. And so if I'm listening to my intuition, I'm going to get to where I want to go the fastest. That's what intuitive art helps people do. It helps them listen to their intuition and learn to trust it. And so when I get excited about something, it just means it's the right direction. Like, you can tell yourself it's because of this or this or this or this or this, but really none of that really matters. If you're excited about it, it just means it's right for you. And all of those reasons will become known to you once you get into it. So I just wanted to share that too. It's like, there's so many reasons that this program is awesome. But we can't tell you why you'd be joining. If you're excited about it, you'll find out really soon why you're excited about it and why it's the right thing for you. So always check in with yourself. You know, if you are like kind of skilled in our beginner class, if you've done that and you've done an intuitive art drawing, last time a lot of people were asking themselves, how will joining the certification improve my life, or how will it change my life? And you can do that drawing and just see for yourself, like, oh, this shows up and this shows up and this shows up. So I just really love that. Like, use the tool to see if this is the right place for you to be.
Can I say one more thing on that? Because that's been one of my favorite kinds of drawings now, is I do 2 drawings. What does my life look like if I do this? What does my life look like if I don't do this? I usually do that if I don't do it first, and then if I do it second, I don't know why. But I have done that several times in the past year for some decisions that I felt like were great big decisions, other decisions that I was like, no, let's just try it. And it has never steered me wrong. And it steered me into the house that I'm sitting in right now, that I promise I never would have moved into this house if I hadn't have done that drawing. It gave me so much information. It gave me so much confidence. It gave me so much. Anyways, what I'm getting at is you can ask intuitive art questions various ways and get different answers. I love that for clarity, because it always shows me what my life, either way, it never looks bad, right? So it's always just show me what my life looks like if I choose this, if I don't choose this. And it's always magical for me.
I see you unmuted, Roz.
I did. What I like is kind of the same thing that Kiri said, is the options. Because I work with clients, And when I circled back around and guidance brought me back to Rachel and your business, because I had actually found you years ago. And at that point where I was at, it didn't make any sense. So I moved right on. And now it's like totally aligned. And I had taken my clients, the ones who've been with me, like we're talking 3 and 4 years. They had gone as far as I had gone. And so it was, okay, either they're going to move on or I've got to grow. And this showed up, and everyone is so excited about it. And I'm using it. I'm able to use it in everything I do. We now do intuitive art, and the feedback has been amazing. The first time I ever did one, I do a monthly thing on the new moon and a full moon. And when I finish, normally the question is just, well, what did guidance have to say, blah, blah. So I'm like, well, let's just do a picture about it. And then I posted it, and it was like, oh, it's just so, and I mean, if you're not into the whole intuitive art thing yet, you might look at it and go, it's just a bunch of scribbles, which it really was, just a bunch of scribbles. But the response I got was the energy. It was just pulsing, and I could just feel it. And then I do the little decoding for them. So it has added a whole new dimension to the work. And I'm really excited about it. And there's other aspects, but I like the level 2 because it does give you the option to work more with clients. And as you get going with this, you're going to want to have it if you're doing any kind of, any kind of coaching, or if you even think you're going to do any kind of coaching. And the other piece for me is this whole being connected in. Like here I am on this call with y'all today, getting all super excited about it, which is awesome because we're doing a template tomorrow. And so it's just great to have this whole group of people that we all talk the same language, and we all have each other's backs. And so I love what you've created in this process.
You're gonna make me cry. That's amazing. I love that. And I call intuitive art a tool because you're just connecting with yourself, right? Intuitive art is just the translator. So it can help you grow, right? Because you're growing your own connection to who you really are. And that's what's really exciting, is everyone who's using intuitive art is just becoming more and more of their real, beautiful, worthy, divine, multidimensional, always right, always feeling good self. And who doesn't want that? I mean, if you share that with your clients, like Roz is saying, people feel it, they know it. And it does give you more confidence in every part of your life, because if you feel more connected to you, you know what's right for you a little bit quicker each time. And like Carrie was saying, she does drawings for even little things, and she probably knows 99% of the time what it's going to look like beforehand. I still do intuitive art. I've been openly psychic and connected my entire life. But it still helps me because I'd like to get that validation of like, I'm feeling this way. I'm pretty sure I know what the right answer is, what is right for me, but I want to see it because we're all human, we're looking at a million different things each day. We are influenced by the people in our lives and by, being a good person. And we have all these ideas in our head. So it's really nice to have an impartial, very neutral answer from our higher self. And I love those scribbles. Those scribbles are awesome.
Well, the other piece too is, because I'm very big on creativity and art as sacred practice. And there's just something to picking up something that will make a mark. that calms your whole system. And so it's like we're getting a 2-for-1 here. We're getting our intuitive guidance, we're tapping in, and you automatically calm down as you come into this, because it is a sacred practice and we all have our own ways of calming and connecting. And so you're connected with all it is, and then you're using this creative outlet and making marks on this paper, and it's stress reducing, plus you're getting answers. And it can't get any better than this. I don't know how it can get better than this.
And the third component of that, Roz, or the third, I don't know, your stress reduction, right? You're in creativity, but your eyes are closed and you're getting answers. But the big thing for me is I'm not as openly psychic as Rachel, but I'm connected, right? I get answers regularly. I have knowings all the time. But one of the things about those knowings is they can be fleeting, or I can like talk myself out of them. But when I have it down on paper, I continue to go back to it when I've seen it, right? Like, because for me, I'm not, what is it, Claire?
Clairsentient, the seeing one?
Yeah, I thought clairsentient was feeling. I don't know. Anyways, I can't,
clairvoyant. You're right.
Clairvoyant. I'm not clairvoyant. Like, I don't see things, except for I'm getting better. I'm getting better at seeing them in my mind's eye. But I get knowings.
Mm-hmm.
Having something that I can see and feel and come back to. Because sometimes you get a knowing and then you go out in your life, or you talk yourself out of it or whatever, but having something tangible that I can continue to go back to just from a personal use has just been so freaking helpful, because it does something to my faith, right? When I've gotten an answer from intuitive art and then I can continue to look at that answer and go back to it. It's like a love letter from my higher self, right? Like, it's right there reminding me. So I can, when I'm feeling disconnected or when I'm unsure, right, I can go back to that and find what I originally knew, and oftentimes find something I didn't see the first time around, right? Find something like even better that's in there, that now that a few days or weeks or months have passed, I have a deeper understanding of. So that's the third piece I think that's so valuable, Roz, is just something tangible, something that you can have and return to and go back to. And it looks like Rachel has something she wants to show us.
Well, I love that you keep saying the word tangible, because we have some tangible things that can also help you with your clarity. And one of the things that we came up with this year, I think that really made a big difference for me, and I know Carrie raves about it, is our sketchbook. So the thing that I love about it the most is that it has a spot for your question and for the date. So instead of, I have dozens of regular sketchbooks, and what would happen is I would do my drawing, I would decode it, and then I would forget what the drawing was. And so it would be really hard to go back and look. And occasionally I would hang them up on my wall and maybe write the question on the bottom. But that was so far and few between. And I felt like I was missing an opportunity to get even more confidence and certainty about my life, because I couldn't really reference anything. And since we've been using these this year, I just feel like it's added so much to my practice, because now I get to look back over all these whenever I feel like it, whenever I'm inspired, and be like, oh yeah, we figured that out and it happened. Like that drawing that I did that told me what was going to happen, that really happened. Or I followed the advice on that drawing and it turned out the way I wanted it to be. And that's huge for learning to trust yourself, It's great to get clarity in the moment. It's really amazing. But when you can look back and see that you followed through with your higher self's advice and it worked out in the way you wanted it to, that is incredible. So yeah, we made these and they are really great. There's a place for your color sheet. I just know mine, so I didn't write it in there. And there's instructions and a link to a video if you want to do the video. Um, and so we have other products that, I just made this new mug. It's so cute. And what I really want to show you here, though, is like tangible. We have a level 1 and a level 2 course workbook and course manual so that you can, however you learn best, you'll watch the videos with us, you'll be live in the videos with us learning, but you can also read through everything here and keep it and have it and flip through it and look through it. I still look through it. I still reference things in the workbook with people when I'm answering their questions. It's so nice to me to have something that I can hold and learn from. There's more in here than we even go through in the class, so there's extra information. And I really enjoy having printed, tangible things. We have other things. We have our crayon pack with our 13 colors for our color sheet. We've got a lot of really cool things. But by far, I think my favorites are this and this. And they definitely add to the feeling that you get when you join us. It's like you get community, you get information, you get clarity and confidence, but you also get some stuff. And I'm really into that. I feel like it helps ground everything.
I have something to say about, it's like a question, and it is about the money and the word certified, the word certification. So there are lots and lots. Rachel and I can't remember if we had this conversation live, like where we recorded it, or we just had this conversation privately. Either way, there are lots of certifications out there, right? That you become certified in something just so you can feel more confident doing it, which is totally fine, which is totally cool. But a lot of those certifications are sold to you as like, get certified in this so that you can use it and make money, right? So for instance, when I became a life coach, right, there was a certification that I had to go through. And that certification, then they were like, great, now you know how to do this. Yay, now you know how to do this. But then that was it. Like they were like, go out and charge for your services. Go find clients. Go make money. Like that was just, you're certified. Yay, you. What I like about what we've got going on here, Rachel, is that it's so much more than that. And I think that's what Roz was alluding to, like with the community and even with the tangible things. Because I did an online thing and then got a certificate and that was it, right? There's something that feels very real here, which I love. But I also want to talk about like, okay, but how do you make money once you're certified, right? Like suppose somebody's watching and they love the idea of intuitive art and they're interested in using it for themselves. And the idea of making money from it is appealing, but they don't already have a business. They're not already a coach. They're just kind of like, yeah, I'm feeling a nudge in this direction. How does becoming certified help me make money? Go.
Yeah, I love that. And before I get to that, because there's a lot of different ways you can make money as a certified intuitive artist, but I want to say that we aren't just a regular certification. We're accredited by the International Coach Federation to grant continuing coach education hours. And if you're not aware of ICF, they're probably the biggest accreditation organization. They're worldwide. And they mean business. For me to even apply for this, no guarantee of getting in. It's like $800 a year. I have to fill out so much paperwork and create like schedules and all these things for them. And, they log into our system, they look at our course, and it's a really big deal. So I'm always excited each year when we get renewed. And you do have to do the whole process every single year. It's worth it though. Because I think it's a really good indicator of the quality that we have. And so if you take level 1 and level 2, you can get hours for any amount of time you spend in the program, but for all of it, it's 14 core competency hours, which means that we are teaching you how to be with people, work with people, the standard of ICF. Yeah, ICF. I always want to say IFC for some reason. And that is what they teach their coaches. So that means you're learning how to work with people in a really high standard kind of way. And then there's also 22 resource development hours that you get. And that's really for learning the intuitive art piece. So I just want to throw that in there. Like if you have any doubts about the quality of our programming and curriculum and how we work with people, don't, because they wouldn't approve of us if it was subpar in any way. So that's really cool. So how do you make money as a certified intuitive artist? There's so many ways. So, Roz, you had unmuted. Did you want to add something?
No, I was just say that's pretty cool. I didn't even realize that.
Yep. Yeah. Are you an ICF coach?
I am not. I'm not. But
well, if you ever choose
I now have hours.
I can give you hours for completing the program.
Yay!
Yeah. So many ways. Okay. First way, if you want to teach intuitive art workshops, and the cool thing is we have pre-designed classes for you to use if you don't want to come up with your own. Classes range from business growth to abundance to psychic development to I don't know. We have a lot of classes, and we're developing more and more each week. And that can range from a 90-minute class if you want to do it online to, a 2-hour class. We have a 6-week course in there that you can teach if you want to do something a little bit longer term for more money. You can teach these at continuing education places. A lot of like cities and towns organize these things seasonally. You can teach it, again, online at a local center, bookstore. And that's a really good way to meet people face to face. And then a lot of times they will go on and book sessions with you. That's another way you can make money. We have a centralized booking system. So anytime someone comes to our site or social media and books a session, it goes out to available certified intuitive artists. So I'm kind of like a little referral machine. We do all the work to get those sessions booked, and then I just give them, or the calendar system gives them to whoever's available at the time. You can also give sessions through your own link or in your own way if you're level 2. So you can teach, you can give sessions or readings, you can coach with intuitive art if you're level 2 and you are a coach, or you take our level 2 certification and learn our coaching framework. You can add it into whatever it is you're doing to raise your own fees, because when you have something unique like this in your service, it adds distinction. So you can charge more for what you're doing. Just like Roz kind of said earlier, it's added another dimension to what she's doing, and you can charge more for that because you're offering more. We also have a referral program or an affiliate program. So if you're level 1, you don't even have to do anything on purpose. We put you in our affiliate program, and everything, like all your classes, all the sessions booked you, that's creating registered students for you. And anytime those registered students go on to purchase something, whether it's a book, a mug, a course, or the certification, you automatically get a commission for that. So it's no extra work for you to have that happen. That's just automatic. We set that up for you. And the extra way that you can learn or earn money being a certified intuitive artist is that we have this extra tier for that affiliate program. And so whenever a student of yours signs up to be a certified intuitive artist and then they start to make money, we give you 5% of their revenue. It doesn't come out of their earnings. We pay you 5%. So this really can compound over time and lead to really effortless passive income. Carrie has been an affiliate of mine for many years, and she was saying in our last, I think it was in the business assistance call, that money just kind of flows to her because she promotes us and people really resonate with what we're doing. Because we have such a unique tool, and it's really just about translating higher wisdom, you can use it in any field. And so it's really appealing to a lot of different kinds of people. And with that being said, you can give sessions on any number of topics. You can pick a session type that is really exciting to you and just do that. You can teach a course that's on a topic that's really exciting to you and just do that. So making money with intuitive art is really easy because it's tailored to you. Whatever you're excited about at the moment is what you can focus on and offer. And in that way, it doesn't get boring. It doesn't get stagnant. It changes with you. It grows with you. And so that's what I really like about it too, because I'm always off on something new, and intuitive art can come wherever I'm going. All right.
That was such a good way to say that. Like, as you're talking, I get, so it's funny. I love the business assistance side of intuitive art because I don't love the doing of marketing. Like, that's not true. I love some of the doing of marketing. I freaking love the ideas behind marketing. Like, I love you know what you could do, or you know what you could do. And so as you're talking, I'm thinking of like all the different ways, right? Like if I'm a yoga teacher and I have a space that's available and, I've got people who are coming to my classes, right? But how much hot yoga can everybody do, right? But suddenly I hear a conversation in one of my classes and then I think, oh, I could offer an intuitive art class answering that question or addressing that conversation. Or I happen to be a cross-country and track coach, right? So I work with high school kids in a really different capacity, right? But I could offer an intuitive art class to them and some of the things that they've got questions about, or getting them to trust themselves, or even like asking about a race plan, right? Like you can do whatever you want with intuitive art. And depending on what you already do for a living, or I keep thinking about people, this is actually speaking to me right now. So I feel like there's someone watching this who needs to hear this. Somebody who is highly intuitive and like really wants to be psychic or like charge for their psychic services, but doesn't quite have the confidence. Oh my gosh, intuitive art is like a dream tool for you. It's such a door opener, and just a way for you to like feel confident to be able to charge for your services. And then if you're using business assistants, the marketing side of it, like you don't have to do a lot of that, which also feels good. I think that's the biggest thing. A lot of us, when it comes to charging and asking people to show up and like, there's a lot of resistance around that. And like, I know, Rachel, when you started the Intuitive Art Academy, this wasn't a part of business assistance, wasn't a part of what you did, right? You were like every other certification, like, great. You actually were better than most other certifications because you taught people how to market and what to do and gave them all kinds of templates. But you've just really taken it a step further now for like, if you've got, I think we had this conversation already, but maybe people watching this aren't watching, maybe you haven't seen the other video we just did. If you've got this big expansive vision for what you're capable of, right? Say you want to be a psychic and you want to use your intuitive gifts to help people, but you're just little old you, right? And you have this big dream vision, right? This is such a bridge. It is such a bridge. And it's kind of a magical relationship that you have with intuitive art where you lead it and it leads you. And like, I don't know, it's really cool what will happen in your life and in whatever business you wind up or not creating when you use it. Anyways, all I'm saying is that's what I love about is if you don't want to build a business, you wind up actually doing that inside of what Rachel's already built without having to like swing a hammer. Yeah.
Exactly. I love that.
Yeah,
Roz?
and I'm totally doubling up, with on what Carrie's saying. There's something about the certification that also, until you're like a huge name, um, people are still looking for proof, if you will, that you actually know what you're talking about. And so, yes, there is a thing in us that's like, oh, if I just have one more piece of paper stuck on my wall, I'll finally make it. Yeah. But there's also the piece of when someone's looking at your website and you're a la 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 and you're certified, that can help people go, man, she might know what she's talking about. And what I love, Rachel just got it. It is now, when you are a certified intuitive artist, it is a registered trademark. And there are a lot of people out there doing art in some form or fashion. But when you have this certification, you are actually a registered intuitive artist. And that goes a long way for credibility as you're building your reputation, if you will. And in the crowded internet space, sometimes that's what it takes is, well, yeah, I know what I'm doing. I'm certified. And so that's very helpful. And the other piece, too, of my many certifications, I had to laugh when Carrie was saying this. Almost all of them were like, you get in it going, and you're going to be able to do blah, blah. And the minute this is the last class, go have a nice life, namaste. And you're like, wait, where's I'm going to have a business from this. And Rachel has this set up that I don't, unless we purposely cut the cord ourselves, we're never just bye. We'll be connected with you forever and ever, growing with you. And so I'm very, very excited about the opportunities that are available.
Thank you. Yeah. I always found that to be interesting too. In all honesty, I never got certified in anything else. I mean, mostly because I don't know, I didn't, for what I wanted to do in the world, I didn't think like that was necessarily going to help me. But also, it was really not compelling because it didn't seem like they would teach me anything I couldn't already figure out, right? Like, you're both saying that. And yeah, we are different for sure in many, many, many ways. I also wanted to say, a lot of people are trying to get into an unsaturated market. I'm thinking about a lot of people start with Reiki, as getting their foot in the door, becoming certified in something, and that's really beautiful. There's a lot of ways to use Reiki. But we do have a book, and our book has been sold in 31 countries. Right now, we only have certified intuitive artists in 9. And even if you are in the United States, and which is where most of us are, there is so much room to grow with intuitive art. It's not just like, selling essential oils or doing Reiki or some other kind of certification that is like the main thing that you market. Intuitive art, like we said, is really adaptable, and you can be taught on and readings for any topic. So it's not like it's ever really going to get saturated. People want to talk to their higher selves. They want to learn about all different kinds of things. And I just really think that that's really cool. And I love that you brought up the trademark. Yeah, we were just granted our registered trademark for certified intuitive artist. And what that does is it really protects your investment. That means that nobody else can use that term unless they've gone through this program. So you won't ever, it's not going to ever dilute you. Nobody else is going to be able to use that. And I think that's really special, which is why I applied for it. last December. All right, well, I think I'm getting a little tongue-tied here. I'm not really sure what else. We are enrolling now. You can go and sign up and learn more at intuitiveart.com/certification. As you can see, we're all really passionate about this. I think it's a really great program. If you have any more questions, you can reach out to me. And I don't know, any final words? I'm just looking at my notes here to see. Well, I guess time investment is often a really big question for people. Level 1, there's 1 to 2 classes a week for 5 weeks, and they are taught live, and I will be teaching most of them. And Laura Gadati will be teaching the ones that I am unavailable for. And it's an accelerated course, and so we try to get all the homework done in class. Class is really focused on experiencing this and learning and growing by doing it so that you get more confident. And I'm there, obviously, so I can answer your questions in real time. It really doesn't take as much time as you think. 2 hours a week, 2.5, maybe 3 if you are going to be like teaching it or doing sessions with somebody else as your homework. But it's a really easy thing to do. I really guide you through it. Everything's really organized, easy to find. You can consume the replays in a number of ways. You can listen to them as audio. You can watch them as the video. You can read everything we talk about in the course manual here. Everything is there. So if you're used to feeling overwhelmed, we're doing everything possible to reverse that for you while you're interacting with us. And one of the biggest feedback items I get is that I wouldn't have been able to do this if you didn't make it so organized. I lost a week, I was away or got sick, things happen, life happens. And I was able to catch up really quickly because everything was right there. And, we're realistic. We know you're not going to be able to come live to every single class, and that's okay. That's why we have everything super organized for you. So, yeah, anything else that you guys want to close with?
Well, I just want to take what you said a step further because you are a brilliant teacher, Rachel. The way everything's designed, it's not just information, right? It's not just, here's everything you need to know, now go do it, right? It's so experiential. It's so there. You just it's weird that you can enter this course just sort of interested and you can leave so confident and so equipped. And so in just 5 weeks is pretty freaking amazing. And it's because, yes, it's organized, but also you are just a really great teacher. You've thought about all the different ways people receive information, and you understand it's not enough just to give the information, right? We as people who are learning it, we need to do. And there's a lot of doing. And you also don't just say, okay, go do this, right? We're doing a lot of stuff together. And so, yeah, if you've done other certifications or you're thinking about a certification and the idea of where am I going to fit this in? I wouldn't worry about that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if this isn't enough for you, we do have an open house on Monday. If you want to come to that, there's going to be a lot more students there and graduates, and we're just really going to be sharing about our own experiences and answering your questions. So come back if you're on the fence. But if you're ready to become one of us, go sign up, intuitiveart.com/certification. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. We really enjoyed this. I love any opportunity to meet up with these ladies and talk about intuitive art. So thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. It was fun.
Awesome. All right, guys, super love, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.